Hello all viewers, this is WW's Computer Entertainment, long time no see. This is the first video in a while I've posted on. So in this video today we're going to be seeing how to install Windows 11. Yay! Windows 11 is a brand new operating system which has some great features and yeah, it has auto HDR and stuff like that. But what if you want to install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware? You might think that's not possible because your computer might not have TPM 2.0, which is a very useless feature in my opinion. And maybe your processor or stuff like that. On the positive side, if you install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware, you will still get updates. I just recently downloaded Windows 11 on actual hardware and on unsupported hardware, and it works totally fine. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna have to download not one but two ISO files today. So one ISO file you'll have to download for Windows 10, and the other one you'll have to download for Windows 11. So as you can see here, here's the Windows 10 ISO, and the Windows 11 ISO file. For some reason, I actually have the Windows 10 ISO file, but not the Windows 11 ISO. I have the Windows 10 ISO, but not the Windows 11 ISO. So once you're gonna have to download both ISOs, you're gonna have to want to download the installation media. Do not click on the support assistant because that'll take you for installing the operating system on your actual hardware, not on a flash drive or a DVD. So once you download the installation media, just press yes for the administrator warning, and you will get the Windows 11 setup. Now it will give you the the license terms, stuff like that. Just click accept. This may take a while, and keep in mind this is all going to be in VirtualBox. Yeah, VirtualBox. Remember those times I used to upload videos about VirtualBox, Windows Vista, Windows XP? Yeah, so I'm just gonna set the file location as downloads. Yeah, so the Windows ISO already exists, so you want to replace it. So I'm just gonna keep my name Windows 11. And then wait until your Windows 11 ISO and Windows 10 ISO downloads. And one question for you: what do you think the best operating system was of all time in Windows history? Come on, guys, it's obviously Windows Me. No, I'm just kidding. Windows Me was actually the worst operating system of all time. So was Windows Vista. I mean, I think Windows Vista was not that bad, but yeah. But my two best operating systems are Windows 7 and Windows XP without a doubt. Windows 11 is also a good operating system, so is Windows 10. But when I was born, I used to use Windows 7 all the time. Comment down below if you have used Windows 7 or Windows XP or an older version of Windows. As we can see here, our download is downloading pretty fast. It's already almost at 60% now. I'll get back to you when both of these ISOs get downloaded. So after your download is complete, it will start to verify your download. And then it will create your Windows 11 media. This should take some time. I'll get back to you when it's ready. Okay, so once it is downloaded, it will say burn the ISO file to a DVD. So you can just click on finish and setup is cleaning up before it closes. So once you have downloaded the Windows 11 ISO and the Windows 10 ISO, what you're gonna do is go to back to your desktop and then create a new folder. Call this folder Windows 11 install. Alright, then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna mount the Windows 10 ISO and then copy and and then paste all these files. So this might take a few minutes, but for us it's working pretty fast. And then when the install completes, you're gonna have to want to change this file, which might be pretty confusing, so make sure to watch this video if you wanna, see how I do it. So it's at 80%, almost there. We're almost done. 98%, 97. Okay, so once our files are copied and pasted to the Windows 11 install folder, we can go ahead and then open up another so we can just go to our downloads again, and then you're gonna want to mount the Windows 11 ISO. So what you're gonna do is in the Windows 11 ISO is go to sources. Yes, so I found it. So the file is actually called install.esd. So then you're gonna wanna copy that folder, minimize that, and then go back to our Windows 11 install folder. Go into the sources and you might find the install.esd right there. So then do Control V, replace the file in this destination. So what this is gonna do is this will bypass all TPM checks, secure boot checks, and instead of installing Windows 10, it's gonna install Windows 11 since we're changing its install file. So the looks and feels might be all Windows 10, but instead it'll just go to Windows 11. So just wait for it to download. This video also includes how to install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware by startup, like booting it by a USB. So stay tuned for that too. So once our install.esd file is replaced, you can just go back and then click on setup. Since I already have Windows 11, so install Windows 10. So getting updates. So first they'll be getting some updates and then we can go on. So what should happen is once the setup is complete, it will show like what it's gonna install. So instead of saying installing Windows 10, it should say installing Windows 11. So I'll show you when the startup is, when that page is coming. Okay, so unfortunately I was not able to get to that screen, but it should happen and it says ready to install Windows 11 or Windows 10 or something like that. If it says Windows 10, you must be getting the wrong file. So now we're gonna move on to how to install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware by the startup way. So this is gonna let us choose the amount of memory which we can put. I'm just gonna put 7096 because that's okay for our system. So once that, next. I'm just gonna keep my storage to 2 terabytes because why not? Alright, so once that is created, just go to settings, storage, go to this disk, click on this little disk right here, choose disk file, Windows 11, okay. Oh wait, yeah, one more thing. Go to your system, get the floppy disk up. Well, not the floppy disk, the optical drive up. Sorry about that. And then start your system. So press any key. So then it might say VirtualBox right here. This is a new version of VirtualBox. You know, for our older systems, it's just the default, but since it's like this, then you know it's gonna install it like that. So once we get into this Windows setup, we can click next, install now, and then setup is starting. So what I'm gonna show you is the error which is always coming up on this thing. So I don't have a product key. So Windows 11 Pro, 64-bit, yeah. So this is the error. This PC can't run Windows 11. So what we're gonna do is just go back. Do you want to quit? Yes. And now we're here. So what we're gonna do now is Shift F10. Okay, yeah. So it's Shift F10. Remember that. So when you put Shift F10, you will see the command prompt right here. What you're gonna write in the command prompt is this thing called regedit, which will open the registry editor. So what you're gonna do is go to HKey local machine, system, setup, and then right click on setup, new, and then press on key. Name this key lab config, with L being capital and the C being capital. Right there. Yeah, there you go, right here. So once that is created, click on it, and then right click in a new D-word 32-bit value, not Q-word 64-bit value, but D-word 32-bit value. So you might have one problem, 2 problems, or 3 problems. The max amount of problems is your processor doesn't work, you don't have secure boot, and you don't have TPM. The most common one is that you don't have TPM. So let's start with that. So right here, bypass TPM check, with B being capital, TPM being capital, and C being capital. Once that's done, right click, modify, and get the 0 to a 1. Now, if you have 2 errors, which is might be the secure boot one, then just write here bypass secure boot check. Once that's done, right click, modify, get that to a 1, and press enter. Now if you have 3 errors, which might be that you might have a old computer, right click, new, 32-bit value, which is your CPU. So right here, bypass CPU check. So right click, modify, and then click 1, enter. So once that's done, you can close out both of these windows and continue with the installation. I will show you that this will actually work. Windows 11 Pro. And once that's done, and there you go, here's the terms and conditions. Next, custom, select your disk, and there you go. It's copying all of your files and it's starting the installation. Remember, your updates will install. That is one positive side. So just wait for the install to happen, continue with the setup, and then you'll be good to go. This is the video of how to install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. So I will see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.